chairman's
This is
ruling. No,
way
I'd like
outside
the
the
chairman's
scope.
ruling.
This is way
within the
outside the
scope?
scope.
Is this within the scope, Mr.
If
Chairman?
the chairman. Hey, Hillary Clinton is much prettier in person. This was Tuesday, September 20th, 2011. And then another.
Congressman,
I'm not going to object to that.
I
Okay.
think the document
Okay.
says it. Not that you're not pretty. Don't say that.
Jeffrey Epstein has
I'll take it if I can
also
get it.
commented, meetings with Hillary are not easily discreet.
Bobert from Colorado.
Ms. Clinton, Madam Secretary, while we sit on the record today, are you under oath?
I am.
Okay. Have you ever lied while being under oath?
I have not.
Have you ever lied in a deposition?
I have not.
Okay, thank you. Have you ever transmitted any information to Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell about the United States government?
I have not.
As has been mentioned many times here today, Bill Clinton flew on Epstein's plane at least 26 times, multiple international trips from 2002 to 2003, often with Maxwell. When and how did you first learn of these trips, and did you discuss them or review them with him prior to taking the trips?
It's a compound question. I'm going to object to the latter part of it and instruct
Sure.
her not to answer on the grounds of
When and how did you
marital-
learn of these first trips? Of these trips?
I don't recall how I learned about them. I knew that he was traveling on a number of different planes owned by a number of different people, and I don't recollect having conversations about the planes. We talked about the work. We talked about the meetings that he had. We talked about his efforts to try to persuade countries to invest in low-cost
And
AIDS
did you
drugs.
discuss who
That's
he would
what
be
we talked
traveling
about.
with?
I did not. I don't have any recollection of that.
Ms. Clinton, when did you first learn that your husband was spending time extensively with a registered sex offender?
He did not after, he was convicted years after Bill stopped having any.
Were there any
connection.
activities that raised any red flags to think that he could be charged of sex crimes during the time
Are you
that
asking if
Clinton?
she has awareness?
Yes.
Of Jeffrey Epstein?
Of any red flags being brought to your awareness, to your family's awareness, while your husband was spending time with Jeffrey Epstein?
I have no recollection of anyone bringing any red flags to me.
So have any of the victims of Epstein or Maxwell ever reached out to you in any way?
I don't recall that.
For you do not recall any reason a victim may have reached out to you or your counsel?
Excuse me,
Your question
the
was, does she
question's asked and
recall
answered.
whether or not
I
any
asked
victim
any-
reached out to her, and she said she did not have an awareness of that.
Moving on, Ms. Clinton, are you aware of anyone ever telling your husband that they had damaging information about him that they would release?
I have no awareness of that.
Did Epstein ever ask you or Mr. Clinton for any favors of any kind?
I never talked to Jeffrey Epstein.
Did Maxwell ever ask you or Mr. Clinton for favors of any kind?
She did not ask me.
Did Epstein have any connection to or association with the Clinton Foundation?
There's been the allegation that he did, but I don't have any factual basis for knowing one way or the other.
Okay, and we have discussed today the small amounts donated historically, and the $20,000 to your campaign, the 1999 Senate campaign, $25,000 via affiliate.
Excuse me, could you state for the record, it was not to the campaign, so if you wouldn't mind just stating factually.
$20,000 to Hillary's 1999 Senate campaign?
No, it was a
That's
joint.
inaccurate.
It was a joint
Okay,
state campaign.
joint campaign, okay, sure. John Podesta, your 2016 campaign chair, appears in some Epstein file contexts. Social overlaps or mentions. Were you aware of any of the Podesta-related communications in the released files?
Can you
that have-
please provide examples or the evidence that you would like us to review, or the exhibits that reflect that in
I
order
can,
for
I
her
can
to
get,
be able to
I
do
can get
that?
some
I mean,
exhibits
somebody
and
started
pause
with
this
Will you
question
speak
in
to
the
that when you
meantime.
provide those?
I will get those, and I will skip that question
The
until
Congresswoman
we can.
asked generally if she's aware.
Generally, she is asking if she's aware of specific information that is in the files that you all are relying on. Please provide the witness with
If your
copies of that
client
materials.
doesn't know or has no recollection, she's welcome to state so.
we're also welcome to actually see the information that you're speaking
And
to.
again, the representative is asking general.
I mean,
general
really,
questions.
I mean,
She's
I
familiar.
expected a lot of interesting questions today, but Pizzagate was not on my list.
That's okay, we're asking all sorts of things here.
You certainly are, you certainly are.
We're just trying to get the truth out to the American people
Well, that
and
would
get
be
some clarity.
very helpful.
Are you aware of any files that were on Anthony Weiner's laptop in a folder that was titled insurance, life insurance, with a zip file titled
Excuse me,
frazzle?
I'd like the
Congressman,
chairman's
this is
ru- no,
way
I'd like
outside
the
the
chairman's
scope.
ruling.
This is way
within the
outside the
scope?
scope.
Is this within the scope, Mr.
If
Chairman?
the chairman rules that it's not within the scope, I
Mr.
have other
Chairman, based on what
questions.
you said in the public hearing, is this within the scope?
We can go off the record for a moment. to confer
Mr.
with the
Chairman, is this
chairman.
within the
We'll
scope?
go off the
We'll go off the record and consult.
We'll get back on the record.
Madam Clinton, you have stated that you do not recall meeting Jeffrey Epstein and have no links to him. Have you reviewed any photos, emails, or records from the released Epstein files that might refresh your recollection of any encounter, event, or introduction involving him?
Excuse me, before, you are stating that with respect to her, an interview, or with respect to what she has stated here today?
I'm asking in general, has anything that you have viewed since the release of the Epstein files brought any sort of recollection of an encounter with Epstein?
Not that I recall.
You acknowledged meeting Ghislaine Maxwell on a few occasions in connection with the Clinton Global Initiative. Please describe each meeting in detail.
I did not. I said that, actually, in response to a question, which posited that she had come to the Clinton Global Initiative in 2013, I stated I did not have any involvement in that, and I did not recall seeing her there, but I have seen photos that she has been there, and in 2013, she was very active promoting this ocean work that she was doing, and apparently everybody from the UN to CNN to the TED Talk people thought it was worth giving her a platform.
Madam Clinton, one of the jobs you did for the CGI was helping and maybe even directing the planning of the annual meetings. Is that correct?
No, the staff plans the annual meeting and they make a report and we offer suggestions.
In 2013, Maxwell was recognized ASA Committed to Action Leader.
She made a commitment in 2013 along with hundreds, maybe thousands of other people.
So I find it notable that in 2011, Doug Band says that he directed the Clinton Foundation staff to bar Maxwell from receiving an invite to CGI or the Clinton Foundation events. I would like to know who overruled Doug Band's suggestion to bar
Objection.
Maxwell.
Based on hearsay, states facts not in evidence. You can ask the witness if she knows anything about that.
I know nothing about that.
One moment, Ms. Boebert. The federal rules of evidence don't apply in depositions with.
That's fine. I don't know
universal
anything about it.
deposition.
Okay. And so would you also not have any indication that who she was personally recommended by to receive such an
I
award?
was Secretary of State. I was not involved with the CGI planning or operation.
Your husband
during that.
presented that award, or is that true?
I have no idea.
Okay. And then just a couple of more questions. So regarding the Epstein files, there are many files where Jeffrey Epstein seems to speak as though he does know you personally. In one file, EFTA 006571115, Mr. Epstein is commenting, and he quotes, "Hey, Hillary Clinton is much prettier in person." This was Tuesday, September 20th, 2011. And then another,
Congressman.
I'm not going to object to that.
Congresswoman, can we see the documents, because we don't think the
we will get that
document says
printed.
it. We don't think the document
Okay.
says it. Not that you're not pretty. I've got to say that.
Jeffrey Epstein has
I'll take it if I can
also
get it.
commented that meetings with Hillary are not easily discreet. Has he ever connected someone to meet with you?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, I'm going to let my colleagues ask some questions and maybe I'll be back. Thank you.
Thank you.